Ready?
Okay, go. So before we get started, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about this project. With all of us at home in quarantine and self-isolation, I got together with a few of my builder friends for a build at home challenge where we had to build something using materials that we already had in our workshop or at our home. I decided to use cut-offs from when I added trim to my window a few months ago to build my son a car ramp because we've got to keep those kids busy. Be sure to check out the playlist at the end of the video to see all the awesome projects from my talented friends. Now let's get started. I just cut up and trimmed all the boards into equal, even lengths. I like clamping a stop block to the miter saw to get the identical cuts. I basically had 1x4s for the main ramps, 1x2s for the legs, and some small 1x4s for the barriers. Now I did try to get an estimate of the angles that we needed to start with, but decided to just go ahead and start building it. I attached the barriers at the end of each ramp using wood glue and finish nails. There are a total of 5 ramps and 5 barriers, and I have the dimensions and more details to this in the link in the description below. Once they were all attached, I tried again to see how it would work. And I realized that the cars kept falling on the sides, so I decided to add barriers on the sides using underlayment strips again left over from the window trim. And I attached these using a pin nailer. Now once again, I tried to see if I could figure out the angle and the arrangement for the cars, but it was impossible without actually having a car roll down. So I decided to go ahead and attach the 1x2s to create the support so I could stand it up and try it. I started by trying to use finished screws, but then I decided to go with finished nails instead because the damage left behind would be a lot less if I needed to take it apart, which I did because it didn't work. The cars kept flipping over, so I ended up taking it apart. Then I decided to go level by level and I tested each level as I attached it. I found that the spacing had to be just enough for the car to fit in, but if the fall was too big, the car would flip over. With this level by level approach, the entire structure was built in no time. Then I went ahead and I attached the legs to the other side using wood glue and finish nails and making sure that all of them were level. Then I filled my bajillion nail holes from all the trials and I painted it using leftover paint from other projects. Go! Oops! Be sure to check out all the other projects that are part of the Build at Home Challenge in this playlist. Or you might like this project. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out any future projects.